Okay, on to topic 2, perspectives. So in this concept, I have already kind of touched on the fact that you can't look externally for validation. And it's because everybody has their own perspective, their own filters. Yes, their belief systems may somewhat sync up with yours, but their perceptions of the world are based on their own perspectives, based on the past and the future and everything that makes up who they are. So oftentimes when we get into arguments or we're learning new things, we are trying to explain our point of view to someone else. We tell them that this is how it is, or this is only if you could see it this way. I would then be feeling like I got it and you got it and you knew who I was. But nobody can really see you through your own lenses, and you don't see yourself through their lenses either. But when you embody your perspective, when you bring it into yourself and you understand that your point of view is just as valid as theirs, and it's more of a dance of how you can share those perspectives in order to create an optimized reality together, that's when you start to come into a space that feels better for you. So I talk to you sometimes about using the concept of protection as more like a sunscreen rather than guns and knives. You can't kill the sun, but you want a good relationship with the sun when you're around it. Now that's one of the things that helps you with perspectives, is feeling like you know who you are. And you're in this self-discovery process, and it's going to go on forever and ever. And the people around you who are also in the self-discovery process may come to you and have their ahas as well. That's why being in a group like this helps move you along, because everybody goes, did you see this? I did see that. That kind of thing. But then the rest of the world isn't necessarily on this journey with you. They haven't been working as hard as you have on yourself, so they cannot necessarily keep up with you. So even their perspective of you may be from the past you, not the current you. And you cannot convince them to see you otherwise. And that's okay. You let them catch up with what you're doing by showing up 100% to your life in the knowledge that you've come up with, without needing to go explain yourself, without needing to convince. You're just in yourself as yourself. So let me give you a more real life example of what I'm talking about. Let's say your husband is really worried about money, or somebody you share money space with. Now that's just an example, so if you're not sharing money with, just extrapolate a little bit with me here. Okay, your husband says, we need to spend money fixing up the house. And you say, it's more important for us to journey around the world and go travel. Now there's a difference in perspective of what there is value, and you need to both come to the table with what your perspective is and what you need, owning your perspective rather than convincing the other person. And as you own your perspective, you invite that other person to see into your window. When you defend your perspective, it's as if you've sent it out somewhere else and they can't even see it anyways. And then they have to feel like their guard is up and they have to defend themselves against your perspective. So I want you to think of it as an inviting energy, taking somebody into the space with you, allowing them to see your point of view in a gentle way, and then possibly coming to what is, I would not call it compromise, because compromise means people lose. But hopefully you come to a space where you're actually seeing each other's values and you're finding a nice balance between the two values. Now, if you get into a pouty space, you don't understand me, or you're not coming to the table like I am, then you're going to block yourself from being seen. Your perspective is not going to be seen now, that only the pouty side of you is going to be seen. Stand in your perspective, knowing that it conflicts with other people's perspectives. It's okay. Conflict and contrast is what drives us forward in understanding ourselves deeper. So relax, do the meditation, both the protective one and the one I've set up for you on this topic. Do some journaling, share with the group, ask me some questions, and let's see what happens.